Morning Sprint, brought to you by Stop and Go.
6:51, time for the morning sprint as our team gives you the most local news to start your work week.
We start with an update and some pretty shocking video of a fire that reignited overnight in Fitchburg. Jamie Perez has the latest. Jamie?
Well, crews are actually still here at this home, which caught fire twice in one night. They're kind of just making sure that no more hot spots come up to make sure that another fire doesn't potentially start. Now, the first fire happened around 7:30 last night, but was put out by 10:30. The fire reignited around 2 o'clock this morning. The Fitchburg fire chief saying this home may not be inhabitable after this. Even so, this home is vacant right now. There are no injuries to report, and a number of factors could have contributed to this fire, but the fire chief says he can't say for sure what that is just yet. Crews will be here continuing to monitor this home.
Jamie, thank you. A first alert traffic update right now. All lanes of Highway 14 outside Oregon are back open after a rollover crash near the intersection of Hill Road. It happened just after 5 this morning. We know the driver was taken to the hospital and showed no signs of impairment. The Dane County Sheriff's Office believes that weather was a factor in that crash.
A church in Mazamanie is looking for a temporary home after its steeple burst into flames during a thunderstorm. Dane County Dispatch got the call just before 3 a.m. Sunday. Pastor Denise Cole says the steeple is gone and the bell tower is also severely damaged. Cole canceled yesterday's services and is trying to find a temporary place of worship while their church gets fixed. Crews believe lightning caused that fire.
The Dodge County Sheriff's Office is recommending charges against a minor who threatened to bomb a place of worship in Beaver Dam over the weekend. No bombs were found at the Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witness, and deputies say the threats were not hate crimes. Deputies were able to track down the underage suspect who confessed to sending those threats.
A Walmart in Franklin is back open this morning after a bomb threat Sunday. The manager told police they were warned that an explosive was inside the store, but nothing was found. Franklin police recruited the help of explosive detection canines from Milwaukee. Employees of that Walmart were allowed back into the building after about 3 hours.
The Wapaka County Sheriff's Office is looking for answers this morning after a house explosion there killed the homeowner. 50 first responders in that area were called to the house around 9 Sunday morning. Nobody else was home at the time. The area surrounding the explosion is still secured this morning as state officials are investigating the cause.
We've got a foggy morning out there as you begin to head out the door. Dense fog advisories for the entire area. That's going to go until 10 a.m. And notice a lot of the area visibility is quarter mile or lower, even zero visibility in some spots. So please give yourself some extra time. Temperature-wise, we are into the 60s. We'll warm up through the 70s by lunch. Then comes the heavy rain into the afternoon and evening. Today's an alert day in anticipation of local flash flooding.
Thank you very much, Chris. Wisconsin continues to be a popular stop for presidential candidates. New Jersey Senator Cory Booker brought his campaign to Wisconsin yet again this weekend, the second time in 4 months. In his speech, he condemned the, quote, corrosive fear caused by gun violence and also criticized President Trump.
Gun violence is the main focus for Democratic presidential candidates as they continue along the campaign trail. More than 20 stopped in Iowa for the state fair this weekend, 1 week after 2 deadly mass shootings. Democrats are pushing President Trump and Senate Republicans to pass a bipartisan background check bill after those shootings.
The New York City Medical Examiner is delaying autopsy results for Jeffrey Epstein after his apparent jailhouse suicide. Attorney General William Barr says Epstein's death raises serious questions. With Epstein dead, the criminal case against him ends, but prosecutors have left the door open to charge co-conspirators who were involved in his alleged sex trafficking operation.
Some of the state's leaders will talk about how to cut down on the number of suicides in Wisconsin later today as part of the Speaker's task force on suicide prevention. It comes after an argument between the state's top agriculture leader and Senate Majority Leader Scott Fitzgerald on funding for mental health programs for farmers. Today's meeting in Eau Claire will include veterans as well.
The Dodge County Sheriff's Office says anyone arrested on suspicion of drunk driving will have their photos posted to social media. The new policy is part of the county's crash reduction strategy, focusing on reducing drunk driving and other traffic violations. The initiative will start later this month.
Milwaukee's Department of Public Works approved 2 more companies, Bird and Spin, for the city's scooter pilot study. Along with Lime, each company can put up to 350 scooters throughout 3 different zones in the city. Milwaukee put the scooter program on pause last week after getting more than 100 complaints about Lime scooters. Customers say they're excited for more scooter options.
A Madison native is this year's Miss Black USA. 25-year-old Takima Ballantyne took the crown last night in Washington, D.C. Ballantyne was named Miss Black Wisconsin earlier this year. She's currently attending Madison College for nursing, and she's also a Madison East High School graduate. Ballantyne went up against 32 other contestants to win that title.
Christian Yelich was back on the field for the Brewers yesterday, though he did not play the field, instead offering his services as a pinch hitter in the 8th, which unfortunately resulted in a strikeout. The bad luck didn't stop there. Brewers trailed the Texas Rangers 1-0. Yasmani Grandal had a chance at the plate to tie the things up, but no dice. Brewers lost 1-0. They'll be back on the field tomorrow against the Twins.
6:56 on your Monday. Let's turn it over to Josh Tim with a look at your first alert traffic. Hi, Josh.
Yeah, good morning. Still dealing with fog here in southern Wisconsin. Just a reminder to have those headlights on, but so far the Beltline moving well. No major delays showing up in either direction. Inbound side of John Nolan, you're tapping the brakes at Rimrock, and then again at Olin Avenue, making your way into the downtown Madison area. And other routes leading into the city, they're moving at the usual speeds with no major crashes or issues. Your first alert traffic, I'm Josh Tim.
Thank you very much, Josh.
And here's the fog that's outside. 65 degrees is our temperature right now, though. The humidity at 100%. We're going to be staying humid as we go throughout the day. Cloud cover will be sticking around, and we'll begin to see those rain chances moving in just after lunchtime with perhaps some heavy rain for the evening commute. The greatest threat for the heavy rain will be just south of Madison and just north of the state line, but the extended forecast does begin to dry out for us.
All right. Thank you very much, Chris.
My pleasure.
And thank you all for joining us. Go make it a great Monday, and of course, we'll see you back here tomorrow morning.